Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world today. My name is Seb Lukas and welcome to the Techness Corner. Got another one of those unboxing videos for you all. What sort? A goddamn mouse mat again. Because, if you watched yesterday's or today's upload / now you're getting today's / yesterday's upload, we are filling in the gap, which is here essentially, with a 9x4. So we've got a 4x450 here at 6mm thickness, and that was the selling factor on this Corsair MM200 Pro XL, and XL for mouse, nothing more, guys. So have a little bit of forgiveness on the elbows here while I'm watching some Netflix and whatnot. Then we are going to need to fill the gap. So in the price range, being price conscientious, we've got ourselves a 9x4 that fills the gap exactly. Unfortunately, in the larger sizes, you don't have the luxury of being able to get the thickness that I crave, which would have been 6mm to keep it even. Steven, but the largest I could get was 4mm. According to this, it's 4mm, but it's 0.16 of an inch, which actually technically makes it 3.87 or 3.9mm. So I like it how they round those up. I hope that it's more on the 4mm side and they stuffed it up, but by the inches, if they gave you the inch increments, then that's another story. On the other hand, the brand that we got here is by HP. Ooh, I don't know. Like, that's like a bit of a sellout, isn't it, Sabluka? But it's the Omen variety, and it's all black. The marketing material shades it a shade grey charcoaly, which I would have preferred because it wouldn't look as dirty all the time. Black is very difficult to keep clean, but again, I believe it's spill resistant. So let's have a look at marketing material. The mouse pad: optimize your mouse movements with a non-slip rubber base and smooth cloth surface. Large extended size delivers room for fluid gliding movements even at lower DPI settings. Tested to withstand more than 250 kilometers of mouse movement. HP standard 1 year limited warranty. So if it's phrased before the 250Ks, I'm replacing this at the end of the year, frankly, and we'll see what happens. Model number again, the HP product is 1MY15AA, okay, and these retail for between the prices of approximately, on special, probably around $25 to about $35, depending on where you're shopping, okay, guys? So it's something to look out for, and let's have a closer look. Let's go! Techness Corner. So we've got it over here, the Omen. Yeah, I am going to have to open her up. So what we're going to do is change the camera angle to something a bit more forgiving and make some space for us all. So I apologize for that noise. That's if you guys were interested in knowing, look at all that rubber we've got here. Rubber here, rubber here, and all that rubber on the ROCCAT. AiMO. Rubber on the rubber stoppers, exactly where I wanted to see them on a pristine keyboard. Unfortunately, it's plastic, but you know, it's pretty decent. Rubber all the way through there as well. Yeah, that's what's making that noise. But beautiful RGB effects. You can get much more potent ones, but with potency comes also this amount of vibrancy that sometimes is scalding to the eyes, I'd say. And I think this is just a great equilibrium between not too much and not too little. We can change this up a little bit and just turn it ever so slightly down to, or we can fire it right up depending on how the camera's picking up the colors themselves. But we'll tone it down just ever so slightly so it's not pulling as much juice. And yeah, so another unboxing video that we've done recently is of Synfisa 370 headphones. These have a 100-hour lifespan. I've got them on charge now just for a little bit, just to juice them up. So that's something to consider. Another unboxing here we've got is the Elite Series 2 Xbox, still I think one of the best for bang for buck controllers available out there. I'm only rocking 2 paddles, but you can have 4 paddles if you're skilled enough, and interchangeable thumbsticks with also lockable torque wrench slash the ability to make it a lot more firmer or freer depending on what you prefer manually through the hardware itself, not through the software. And then the software component of these controllers is still pretty decent, so that's why Scuff is really struggling to make a mark in Australia, where otherwise I think Scuff products should be pretty prevalent, frankly. I'm surprised they haven't made a step up into the Australian market. I don't think it's large enough for Scuff. I wish they would. I'd love to try one of their controllers one day at a reasonable price. But with that being said, let's get into the unboxing. So we do need our trusty unboxing apparatus. The unboxing apparatus that we got over here today is, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I had a friend, he's Asian though, he works in like a pawnbroker, and he comes in and he goes, look, check out this knife, pulls out a knife, it's got the bloody Swatch sticker all over it and stuff, and I'm like looking at him, I'm like, you see there's a problem with this, and he's like, do you know anyone who wants to buy something like this? I'm like, do I know anyone who wants to buy like this? What do I look like, you know, some sort of Nazi, even though my surname is German and whatnot. And you know, I guess if you're going to pin someone as being one, you know, you might as well pin the area, eh? True that, but no. And I thought it was funny sort of coming from him as well. So let's open this up. So we're going to start off, I think we're going to start off from the bottom side, even though the top side's where we open. We might be able to get away with not actually piecing the box. There we go, guys. So it just opens up like so. We'll move that out of the way. And here she comes brilliantly out. Move this box, HP Omen. Now we have to unravel the Omen. So one side, just on first look, very rubbery as opposed to very rubbery. So good texture, good cut. The microfiber will eventually fray off the sides, just like here. I'm just curious how soon and how quickly that'll happen. That's why stitching is always good, but you don't get that same girth on the actual, generally speaking, on the thickness, which in this case is 4mm, as opposed to the 6mm that we can see here next to it with the Corsa. Okay, so we're going to open that up. So of course we're spammed with a couple of stickers. That's nice, that's refreshing. These stickers will come in handy one day. Yeah, we'll pop those back, and also warranty information, HP information. Pop that to the side, and I'll pop away this knife. Safety first, kids. You know, you got it for a reason. This is a multi-tool which I'm legally allowed to carry in the state of Victoria in Australia, because I am an IT specialist, meaning I look at peripherals all day long. Okay, so on one side we are greeted with the Omen logo without the HP necessarily, a bit more classy in that sense. What exactly is this picture is another story. It's got the Omen logo, whatever that is. It looks like a tribal mask, you know. I guess it would reinforce, you know, the very vigority and strength and history in gaming, as it is also the original Voodoo PC brand logo. And I guess they would want to continue making powerful hardware for gamers, including their peripherals, which is the Omen, HP Omen Mousepad 300. So we've come from the Corsa MM200 Pro, and now we've gone up a level to 300. Let's get this all set up and firing the way we want it to be. Essentially, so like so. It's a blacker black than what black was meant to be, surprisingly. While the Corsa, as you can see, is that sort of shade that is not truly black. It's a weird thing. When you look at the marketing material, you wouldn't think this. So that's something to consider when you're making your purchasing choices. If we have a closer look here, this will give us the exact measurements of what we were after, which isn't difficult, but 1350 by, I'd probably say 450 or 5 thereabouts. 1350 by 450 or 5 would be the perfect measurement. Now if I go back to over here and we suss out the table, so as you guys can see, a little bit of straightening is necessary, which we will get over time. I believe it's probably at least a millimeter thicker than the last pad I had. I believe these Aluas are about 3 mil and these are closer to 4 mil. So yeah, you're all going from the Corsa 6 millimeter. Now we've got the 4 millimeter Omen 300 produced by HP. And yeah, for between the price of around $25 on special to $35 tops, you got a 9 by 4 by 4. So 900 millimeters by 400 millimeters by 4 millimeters in thickness, almost decently priced pad, which will do the trick for mouse and keyboard alike. Of course, I've hyper extended it over the case per se, so if we have a closer look over here again, there it is there. And as you can see, the tribal logo on full display. I might flip it and I might actually have the logo on the bottom right corner so that you can't see that. And if I flip this, then that means the Corsa logo will be up there. So I don't know if I should do that, or maybe I should take the Corsa logo now and put it upside down and flip it for you all, like so you can see the difference. So it's legit, the legit, you know, HP and Corsa products, you know, so we're giving back to the big men. But with that being said, on a side note, if this is still out of your price range, I've got one more alternative for everyone. We've just unveiled the boom arm that we're using for this mic currently, the Yeti mic, and it's made by Braytech or Bratech, depending on how you want to sell it. And this mouse mat was about $8.40 from the local shop. So online you might be able to find it real cheap from Shenzhen, you know, if you get 100 of them at once. But realistically speaking, Braytech, okay, I believe it's made in China and it's a German brand. Extended large stitched edges as well. So unlike these actually have a stitched edge, so they won't fray and they won't get brittle and break over time. These tend to sometimes peel up over a period of time and years of use. Gaming mouse mat, and this is 8x3. So 8x3 is still fairly hefty and large, which can cover both a mouse and a keyboard. So don't shy away from them. If I had an example, I would show you. Fortunately, the only other example I have is a 9x4 and this one, which is in the kitchen currently. So I'm not going to bother the family members from taking it away from them just for this review, which isn't the center of attention the HP Omen has been. So guys, that's been another quick unboxing from the Techness Corner. My name is Seb Lukas and hope you guys got something out of this. It's literally Christmas Eve. By the time this gets out, it's going to be Christmas Day. You might have, depending on where you are in the world, another 12 hours or so of shopping up your sleeve. So if you want to just fill those hampers and fill those stockings with something a little bit more practical but still worthwhile, HP Omen 300 mouse mat. Let's go. Peace out, y'all. Merry Christmas.